Hi there, this is Penny Manus Diefendorf with your Daily Grain. When I was in my first job, which I was not terribly fond of, and money is kind of tight, and I had a whole lot of commitments, and the pressure to continue in that job and somehow make ends meet and somehow try to see into the future was very hard to bear, really. The pressure was very hard to bear. And so I devised this strategy. And it went along the lines of counting my blessings, which is what this Daily Grain is about, to remind you to count your blessings. So the way I did it, to keep making myself mindful that there are a great number of things in life that we can and should be grateful for, to remind myself of all these happy things, I would do this. We had a huge Chinese pottery jar, and for want of a better resting place, we would throw all our small change into that jar, all the 10 and 20 cent pieces. And so whenever I felt overwhelmed with all these pressures of life, I would upend that jar and start counting those 20 cents and 10 cents and putting them into little piles. And do you know, those little coins would add up to quite a lot. Sometimes they added up to $20 or $30 or $40. And this was just change in a jar that we had kind of abandoned. And somehow that soothed my soul to just think, in a world that I couldn't totally control, there was this. I could count literally all my money. And it was very comforting, is what I want to say. And while I was doing that, I was reminded that all the little things in my life added up to a not bad life. I had a pretty good life. I had a good job. I wasn't very fond of it, but it was keeping me with a roof above my head and food on the table and some investments besides. So it just brought me back to center. It made me remember that even when I was thoroughly overwhelmed, life was good. And life is always good if you sit down and count your blessings.